You know,
Was
Welcome to
good.
another edition of Jive Time
yeah.
Turkeys. We are back. It has been a minute. Life has been life, and as we like to say. So, we have all been making it through 2023, the end of 2023, but we are here to start. We got the last episode of 2023. We got a lot to talk about, but we here, Jive Time Turkeys. This episode I'm joined by.
What's up? I'm gonna jump like double dutch. Yeah, what's happening? Sideline guy. I've been sidelining. I've been sidelining. And one time I stepped out there. I ain't gonna lie. Christmas Day, I was like, look, I can read. Nah, I gotta. It was cool, but I'm back on the sideline. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
What up, folks?
And oh, you go ahead.
Oh, my bad, cool cat. I didn't even see it then. But what's up, everybody? Star Life Dynamite 2024. We ready for you.
Oh, I like that song, like Dynamite. Like that.
How he come out with a new name? How you gonna do
Hey,
Starlight Dominant? How, okay, okay. It's that start. I'm still here. I'm in daddy mode, trying to get these showers done, but I'm still on the south side. Get back in the shower.
Indeed, indeed. So, hey, we got a lot to talk about. I mean, like, we got professional football, we got college football, we got all types of shit to talk about. So, I feel like it's last Thursday of the year, so we're gonna go in and we can go ahead and look at. We can start with the football aspect. So, we'll start with professional, then we'll go to the semi-pro, which is just college football.
Thompson.
Professional football just dropped a bombshell on us. I mean, we got a lot to talk about out in Denver. Russell Wilson has been benched. Um, no real. This is what I get mad at. There's no real reason why. So just come out and say we don't want to pay the motherfucker. Like there's that. We got the Ravens beating down the San Fran, the 49ers. We got Cam, we not Cam. We got Debo getting catfished by people he thought was Cam, talking about Cam coming on the thing. I mean, it's just been a lot. We don't really have a number one team. Like if we had to say a number one team, I'd say the Ravens are the number one team. But I just throw that out there to y'all. Like we got
That's
2 weeks
racist.
left in the season. Who's your number one team? Do we believe what we've seen, or is
Hold
this
on. Did we
just
write
like,
all this down? This is not. I didn't write this down. I didn't write this down. First thing, it was Russell.
yeah, Russell,
Second,
he's getting a raw
second
deal.
was number two. I was making a list for the people.
Uh,
Ravens beat
Debo and Cam.
Wait, it
the
was
Ravens
before Debo. Okay. You said. Would you say Ola was it?
beat the Niners.
Okay, I didn't get that. But I'm saying it was
Oh,
Ravens and
Ravens
Cam.
beating the Niners was number 2.
Okay, there we go. Ravens Niner, and then Cam versus Debo. All right, keep going. My bad.
We need to throw Micah in there too.
Mike Tomlin.
Micah Parsons.
Micah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't
Okay.
really
Micah,
need to
yeah,
throw
my
him in
fault,
there because
Micah.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Okay.
he need to shut the fuck up. Like
Hey,
that's
Yeah,
what he needs to do.
what did he
I
say?
think Debo needs to as well.
He was just talking shit about the Niners losing to the Ravens and about Brock Purdy. It's like, hey, bro, they beat you
But
42 to whatever. Shut up. Just shut up. Like, even if you feel that way, just shut up. You got to
I
do it
got a
on the
question.
field.
I got a question. Did he say it in the manner of next time we know what to do to get his ass?
No, bro,
No,
How
bro.
was
The three of us have been
no.
on teams that we couldn't talk till we beat them.
right?
He's talking without beating them.
But
Period. That's it.
Was he?
Gronk had a good quote on that. What do you say? Winners talk about winning, losers talk about winners.
Mm,
Essentially.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That was kind of clean. That was kind of
But
clean.
it was his tweet that started it when he said, what do you say? Down 3 scores, these some game changing type play. Something he was talking about their play selection when they were down to 3 scores. But we going out of turn. Just Want to make no doubt.
No,
And
we got
again,
to make sure we talking about. We good.
that's
We threw Mike in
that's
there.
fine for him to feel that way, but like get your homie to tweet that. Like you
That's the
can't
thing
tweet that.
about, and not to change the subject, but that was my thing about what was said about the Morant family early in the season. It's like everybody has this social media giving everybody this voice, and people just say stupid shit out of turn. I feel like, and that I think on Undisputed this morning they would like, you don't talk about other teams, especially teams you lost, other players. You could talk about kind of in a roundabout way, but he was kind of too specific. You don't talk about other players. That's what Keyshawn said. Keyshawn and Michael Irvin said that.
Question.
And I can see that. Especially
But
when
this
you haven't
brother,
beaten those players. You haven't
Yeah.
won.
but this
You just gotta shut up and take it.
no. Like no. Let me correct myself. I understand what y'all are saying. I just I think this is a generation thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not right or wrong, right?
Mhm.
Like it's not right. Like it's right or wrong to us, but to them it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like I get what y'all saying, but they got a different compass. So like this is just
See,
Twitch talking
so that's
AAU.
where,
It's like the youth. Like I don't think this is like
but
I
that's
don't think
where
he's
as a
bucking the system. I think he's being himself. And it's like, oh, y'all don't do this?
no. I get it, but that's where as an educator, it's like I see the same shit in my classroom where it's like, yo, growing up, you don't talk unless you can back it up.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Is
you
this
can't
that
back it up,
egregious though? Is this that egregious?
if you can't back it up though, someone needs to step in and be like, hey, you should stop talking. And I feel like that's kind of what the youth are missing. They're like, oh, you're so great and talented. We can't tell you, like, hey, Michael Parsons, great. You are great and talented. That's no denying it. But you had a chance to stop shit on the field. And you didn't. And
Right?
so because you didn't, you can't talk anymore. Like you can't talk about that team right now. You can't talk about the Niners. The Ravens beat the Niners. That is great for the Ravens. But for the Cowboys, you can't say shit.
You still
And I
might
don't
got
understand why that is such a hard concept for people to follow. Like no. And I'm a Cowboys fan. Like what are we talking about? We had our chance to go up
Yeah.
against them. We
Yeah.
lost.
So
That's
it's only
it.
because
The
they lost.
Ravens beat them.
It's only because they lost. I'm asking, is the issue only because they lost?
not only because they lost, they got
Because
Yeah, I
snuffed.
was about to say how they lost. They got their ass
Yeah.
beat.
They got beat
They
down.
got
They didn't
mollywopped.
lose on the final second field goal. Like
I'm
the
with you.
game was over. Like I would say, watching that game by halftime, I was like, this shit's over. I could go do something else with the rest of my time. Like, yeah, and they're not coming back. So like when people can tune out at halftime, you're quiet. You can't jump in when another team beats them down that way. You can't.
I'm trying to find what he said. Did he
Like,
say
what
something
they gonna
egregious?
beat y'all by? I mean, it wasn't super egregious. It was just he commented on it, the game, and it was kind of out of place. I mean, just out of turn.
Wait,
Like,
so he said down 21 and there's
yeah,
no shots or development throws should tell
there
you
you
all you
go.
need to know. He's talking about Brock. He's not talking about the team. He's talking about the quarterback.
Hey, bro.
Well,
Hey,
that's the
bro.
thing.
Black was down 21. Hey, bro, stop. No, be quiet. You
And
just,
that's what they were saying. You don't talk about other
mm-mm,
players.
You just be
Wait,
quiet.
we got
Because
heat
Dak
check?
was down
Why we
21 to
got
the Niners. To the
I mean
Niners. So if D-Boy
yeah,
came back after that game and was like, down 21, what's Dak gonna do? Wait a minute.
I don't see
No,
this the
no, no,
issue
just
though.
you.
I don't see the issue. I don't see
Mm-mm.
the issue. But
So hold up. Here's the thing.
professor, hey professor,
Three out of
it's
four of us have played in the Howard League where we had a
no,
mountaintop to climb.
Alphonse. I get you. I understand it. Yes, I agree. But these are like this is wrestling. It's entertainment. No, it's the
Mm-mm.
highest level of it.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm not
Because to
arguing.
us, that was our highest level. To us, that was the highest level to us. In
We
that
continue.
moment,
Okay.
in
I
the
mean, I
moment,
get you. I agree.
that's what we aspired to be.
I agree.
So
I
in
agree.
our moment, we would not have taken anybody on our team being like, oh, that team lost to another team. We didn't beat them. And the moment
Mm.
somebody said that to, we'd be like, hey, chill out. No. We didn't
That's
beat
like
them.
saying.
But
That's
we
like
can't
saying.
talk shit.
Yeah, like that's what Alphonse. Here's what like saying. Really, real honest, same level. That's like saying we lost to the out team 35-3 or 6. We never talk trash on at all after that.
No, 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 no. Here's what
We
it's
lost to
saying.
them Devils.
It's we can't talk trash about the team that beat the out team too much. We can't be too loud because they beat us 35-3. So at the end of
What
the
we,
Yeah,
day, yeah,
yeah.
what
we
we
can't
gonna
say
lose to
shit.
that team by?
I mean, I
Exactly.
don't
We
even care.
can't. We
I
can
mean,
only say so much. We can only say the shit that we can
I don't
only
know.
talk. We can only call toast because we toasted him, not because we
Yeah,
lost
but
to them by 1 and then some other team beat them by 10. That's
we talking about
that
we
we
talking about
nah.
it's a sport though. It's
Mm-mm.
a sport though. Like it's not really that
But
serious in life. Like it's not like I mean I
so
don't
for
only go
me,
to gas. I will go to gas. It's not that serious. It's not that they're playing a game. It's not that serious.
No, 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 no. And I'm not disputing that, but what I'm saying is when it is
It's
that
that
serious
serious.
for
It's
folks,
serious.
that's not
Go ahead.
a we can't.
Explain
That's
that,
not a
Steve.
way.
Step
That's
in.
not allowed.
Steve,
That's
step
not to
in.
be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Nah, that's not a. When it was that serious, now it's not that serious to us. But there was a
That's what
time.
I'm saying. I know. I get that. That's my opening statement. Generational. That's what I'm saying. It's generational. We old. We old.
oh yeah, I mean,
That's what I'm
we are
saying.
But
judging
when we were
judging
that
them by
young,
old
that was
schools.
not
Nah,
cool.
cause yeah,
Exactly.
cause it
Our
was
fathers, we're older generation. It's not the same generation.
cause it was the players that gave him flack too. It wasn't just the fans.
Yeah,
That's
Who's the
that's the only
player?
drawback about
How old the
being
players? How
a
old the players?
player that's having an active podcast. Like you
that's
can't
the
really
thing.
comment as a podcaster and still be a player, right? Because it's kind of you talking stuff
Then
while
what are then
you
what's
still playing the
quarterback?
games.
Then why do all the quarterbacks getting radio shows every week? He just taking it
I know
further.
that's one. I mean, I'm
The
not mad
active
I'm
at it, but
saying
I'm
ones,
that
saying
the
that's the only
active
drawback.
ones.
yeah, the active quarterbacks have weekly podcasts, right? Read the
Yeah.
radio shows,
Oh, yeah,
huh?
radio shows. Yeah,
All the quarterbacks have those that Monday morning or Tuesday when they recap the game. They have weekly count. They have it,
but
right?
they're not necessarily
Mhm.
talking about other team games though.
Oh look, I get what y'all saying. It's just the next generation's version of it. That's all. And we can't compare when we were young. We didn't have the same tools. Bro, if Terrell Owens could do a
Uh,
podcast,
Bro,
so we're
but
okay,
you're
saying there's
Lloyd.
no.
Let
looking
me
you're
ask
Wait,
you
looking
wait,
this.
wait, wait.
above
One second,
us.
one second. I'm stopping right here. I'm stopping right here. So what we're saying is no NFL player from our time that would have had a podcast and talk shit about other players win, lose, or draw. If we're saying that 100%, cool. No
No, no,
argument.
no, 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 no.
That,
What I'm saying is I am not going to be like, oh, Micah Parsons, you should have been saying that because I know given the same parameters and the same equal level. So no, we have 3 of the 4 of us, right? 3 of the 4 of us in here played in the Howard League, right? We've all been at a team where we had to conquer that team. Before we conquered that team, we was not talking shit about that team had they lost to anybody else. Period. That's what I'm saying.
Also,
not
Micah,
out
you
loud.
ain't beat the Niners in 3 years, 2 to 3 years. You ain't beat them. You can't talk shit about them when they lost to the Ravens because you ain't beat them.
read it one more time. I'm going to read it one more time. Read it one more time. Down 21, and there are no shots or developmental throws. Should tell you all you need to know. What if he was sending that to his coaches? What if the audience in that was his coaches? I'm only asking the question.
If the audience was your coaches,
Then we
why
wouldn't
do
be
we
talking
need
about
to
it.
know? We ain't
Yeah,
your
you don't say it on
coaches.
your podcast.
Thank
What if
you.
that's what you get? But what if that's how you get their attention? Because you're saying it.
If you
If you're
have to
saying it
get
in the
your
locker
attention,
room,
if you have to get your coach's attention through a podcast, then your season's done already. And I say that
bro,
as a Cowboys fan.
I'm
If you
not
got
talking
to
Cowboys.
talk to your coaches through your podcast, the shit is done. Period. Done.
They just benched Wilson. So why are
And
we
their
talking
shit
about
is
ground
done.
rules?
Their shit is done.
Is there a
That shit
reason?
is stupid. They could they I would have been like, oh yeah, they probably could have fixed some shit and get to the playoffs, but that shit is done. Cause you
But you
know
know
what
what's the
was
biggest thing about it though? You
What's the
stirring
biggest
the
thing?
pot for what? Why stir the pot?
Jamar
You
Chase
giving
is in the
them
same. That's
bulletin
my
board material.
that's my next statement. I was going to ask about that because I was like, is it just because they lost? Because Jamar Chase is they had gone somebody the Chiefs for no reason and asked him and hope they did it. Like he just said, your safety ain't shit. Ain't no number one quarterback. Y'all ain't nothing. And he got the backup quarterback playing, right? Because his man is done, right? So what? I mean, are we upset with Jamar Chase?
no, because you know
But
what Jamar Chase got? the backing of the fucking organization on that quarterback. There's no doubt when Joe Burrow gets healthy, everybody knows that Joe Burrow is the dude. The problem in Denver is no one wants, well, I wouldn't say no
Oh
one.
no. I'm
The
sorry. You missed my.
coach don't want Russell
No,
Wilson
you
to
missed.
cook.
That's not my comparison. I want to talk about Russell. My bad. I'm talking about Jamar Chase saying something as it relates to Michael Parsons saying something. They both put no bulletin board stuff. I'm asking, what's the difference?
Jamar Chase has been to an AFC championship game. Micah Parsons has not been to an NFC championship game. So we can start there. We can go to the Super Bowl. We can go to Jamar Chase has been on the highest of highest, and Micah Parsons as a Dallas Cowboy has not been there. So we can just start there. Period.
Yeah, that's a team perspective, of not the
But
individual perspective.
who each of them are talking about their team, no?
No,
Each
what
of
I'm
them are
saying,
trying to big up their team.
if I'm Michael Parsons, the most dominant lineman in the league, I'm not
One
talking
of them.
shit.
One of them. He's not the man.
Okay, one of them. I'm a sideline guy. I'm just top 5. I don't know his number, but he ain't bottom tier. He's a top tier lineman, and he said, "Look, we could beat these niggas." That's all I read. He's like, "Yo, we could beat these niggas." That's all I read. And if
You know
that's
what?
wrong,
With
cool.
that, a top 5 lineman that hasn't shown up in big games. When
And that's why I'm
it
like,
mattered the
say
most,
that shit in the locker room. Because when you say it out
especially
in the
last
public,
2 weeks where they lost games, and he has
motherfuckers is
not made any
like
plays.
Lou will say shit like that and be completely fucking correct.
But there is one guarantee, right? Like he has to play lights out. If he doesn't, he's a chump.
It's like, why are you even talking?
I mean, what's the downfall? If he talks and now he has to back it up, you want to play
But
that good.
Dallas not losing because of him though. Dallas is losing because of the offense, and that's part of it. He can't really talk about other teams' offense when his offense kind of stinking it up some in big games. They played really well last week, but I don't think it's a difference. I think it's the same. I think Jamar Chase said it after the game. They asked him questions. He was talking. I don't think it's a big difference. I think we're trying to make it the big deal. It's not really. People even back in the day, they would have talked the same type of mess about each other, even if they lost or whatever. It's just part of it, man. It's part of entertainment, like he was saying.
Yeah, I mean, I get it's part of the entertainment, and I love it. It makes for a good thing, but
we just spent 30 minutes on it, baby. Cha-ching! What you talking about, Cat Daddy? It's doing his job, baby. It's creating content.
oh, Cam?
No. What we just talked about for 30 minutes. No, I'm saying that's what it does. It's that
I mean,
generational shift, and we talk about it, we chew it up, and we put our moral code in it. But like I wouldn't do it, no.
But he did say it
But
in his podcast.
I definitely met folks that done it. Like Olu does it on the court. Olu does it
I don't do nothing
during the game. He
I'm
talks
retired.
about the DB during the game. Like he does all that during the
But
game.
that's different. That's
Then he
different.
talks to folks on the sideline. Like, you mean some
That's
shit?
different.
You some shit? Y'all both some shit? He's like, you can come out here and get some because you some shit. Like he does this
I think that's
live.
different.
So
I think that's different. That's a completely different story we talk about then.
I'm just saying. I know players that talk. They don't wait till next week. They wait till
yeah, but we talk
halftime.
about winning. Talk about winning time. Like when you talk about on the playground, you talking shit. Oh, I'm better than you. I'm better than your man. It's like that's a one-on-one battle. Like
I'm only talking
we
about
talking the
universal.
highest of the high.
I'm only talking about people who do it. Because Olo would do it down 28, up 28.
No,
halftime.
not down. I don't know. Down, I was talking. I don't think I was talking shit down.
Olo, you
not down.
Yes.
I don't remember. I don't recall.
Hey, so
that.
here's what I'll give you. Olu would talk down 28, but Olu's down 28 talk would never be my team is better than your team. His down 28 talk would be you motherfuckers ain't coming over here with that shit.
You ain't did
you
it
know
on me.
what
Okay, that
time it
makes
is.
sense. I remember that.
That's not fair.
Okay,
that's not what Michael was saying. He wasn't saying my team's better than yours. That's not fair. There's no word didn't include it. He just observed somebody else playing and said it should be as simple as that.
But you know what? I think all this started, and this is where Cam comes in. Is when Cam calls certain quarterbacks game managers, and it was taken the wrong way by a lot of people. I think that led to Micah saying something. Micah's kind of piggybacking off of that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Which
but
this is
I don't
that generation.
think
Cam was right though.
Cam absolutely was right. He wasn't wrong about anything. I don't think so. In the way he was saying it.
I agree.
here's where
The last
Cam
part, get the message.
here's the nuance
Uh-oh.
of Cam and why Micah Parsons is even in this to begin with. Because if Cam doesn't put Dak in there, Micah Parsons doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't say anything.
Okay. Anybody argue that? Okay,
But
that's cool. What?
but Dak isn't what Cam was intending.
I'm with you.
Because without Dak, the Cowboys don't
Yeah.
win.
I'm with
Without
you.
Brock, the Niners still can win.
That's what he's saying. That's what
No,
he's
he
saying.
was including Dak and Brock in
I
the same
don't
thing, like
know.
they're
I
both
don't know if
game
I agree with
managers.
that. I don't know if
Oh,
I agree with that.
bad. I would say that's what Michael was saying. That's what Michael was saying. That's all.
I think.
Michael was saying that though. That was what Michael was saying. Sorry. That's exactly what Michael was saying.
I think that.
I think the proof is in the pudding. The Cowboys don't win if Dak doesn't fucking do what he needs to do. I don't give a fuck who they got
But
out
what
there.
Yeah,
Dak
they
this year.
got.
when it comes
Yeah,
to Brock
yeah.
Purdy though, when have the 49ers won without Brock Purdy?
When have they won without
Wait,
Brock
hold on, real
Purdy?
quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's an intersection. Hold on. Before we go further, you're kind of arguing two slightly different things. So, Olu just saying that the Niners won't win without Brock, right?
I think it's the same. Yeah. I don't think you could.
But
a
I'm
difference
not
between
saying
the
that
two.
the Cowboys have won in spite of Dak. Is that true?
No, that's not what he said.
I'm asking.
No, I'm saying that Cowboys can't win without Dak. Here's what I'll say about Brock and the Niners. We've never seen them have to prepare without Brock. Every time they've lost Brock, it's been in the middle of a game. It's been in a situation.
Fair enough, yeah.
So we've never seen if fucking Shanahan and the team can prepare without Brock, right? We've never seen that. But we've seen the team have Brock and not have everyone else and try to prepare for that. And so that's why I'm like, Purdy's not that guy, because they've had times where they'd be like, all right, we got Purdy. We don't have Debo. We CMC is limited. Fucking Trent is hurt. We've seen that, and let's pull up a game plan and have that. We've never seen a game plan where we have all those other folks. Actually, we have. They've played with Jimmy G, and they were fucking in the Super Bowl. So, like, for me, it's like we've seen them without Purdy when they've had time to develop and like, hey, this is our game plan. We've seen that.
But we can't
say
without
with that.
But we can't be definitive and say they can't win. They can win without Brock Purdy at this juncture.
You saying it's too soon? I mean,
we haven't had a chance.
They can win without.
I don't think like he's saying we haven't had a chance to see that. So I wouldn't say they'll win. They'll be as good as they are without Brock Purdy. Because I think Brock Purdy is actually a good quarterback, me personally. So I'm not. I think he's as important to the Niners as Dak is to the Cowboys.
Is that okay?
I disagree.
Like from a quarterback standpoint, like having a quarterback. Like I'm trying to make funny, but like
from a quarterback standpoint.
I mean, but having a good guy, like a good guy, not a superstar, but you think he's good, like he's a good, solid Kirk Cousins that performs type of quarterback.
He's a game manager, yeah.
Okay.
He makes he's not a game changer. I don't think they're game changers. They're game managers. They do what they're supposed to do in the game in order for their team to win.
I can see that.
And in that sense, I think they both that's their importance to their teams. So I don't think Dak does it. But what quarterbacks we would say are game changers? Mahomes, Lamar, Josh Allen, and Burrow sometimes.
Honestly, I would just say Josh Allen and Lamar.
I put Burrow in there. I put Burrow in there that Super Bowl year because they won in spite of that offensive line. And Joe Burrow made some hell of 5 plays with a fucked up line. That Super Bowl year.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow kind of, sometimes maybe we could say they're game changers, but definitely Lamar and Pat. But Pat this year is kind of, they leaving him out to dry. Like Lamar got left out to dry 2 years ago, like in that Tennessee game with all those drop passes. So, I mean, flavor of the week, I guess.
Brother Steve?
I just think Dallas backup is just not as good. Brock Purdy's technically the backup, to Garoppolo.
Yeah.
And he came in and
shit.
played. So I just think Dallas backup is just not as good because I think if you had a decent backup, I think Dallas could still win.
Did Garoppolo play for the Raiders?
Who?
Raiders? Did you ever play for the Raiders?
Last year, yeah.
Okay, that was confused. I was wondering who's the Raiders quarterback. It's Derek Carr. Okay, all right, my bad.
No, Garoppolo this year was the Raiders quarterback. My bad.
Wait, who's who? So who's
Derek
the backup at?
Derek Carr's in New Orleans.
So who's backing up Niners?
So they made Brock Purdy the starter and let Garoppolo go.
No, I'm saying who's the backup
because he was just good enough to do that. Huh? Now it's what's my guy Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Sam
He
Darnold
played last game.
Did he play pretty well last game?
Yeah, when Brock Purdy threw all them interceptions, they put him in there.
Oh yeah.
No, he wasn't hurt.
Nah, the way he was going, he looked like he got hit. He didn't want to get hit again. That's what it looked like to me.
Who's Sam Darnold?
No, Brock looked like he got hit.
No, Purdy.
And he didn't want to throw it. Like all the last two, it was like somebody was coming in, like he could hear him.
He was seeing ghosts. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he got hit. Like he was like, "Fuck this, these niggas is hard." Like they were like really, like they were really trying to kill it. Like that's why I'm like, not upset to Michael because like the line looked like they was hungry. Like they was like, "Yo, we gonna jump this nigga," and Michael's like, "Yo, this is jump this nigga. Like this jump this nigga. Like all that razzle dazzle shit." I'm just talking hypothetical. Like just jump this nigga. Like that's how I read it. Like yo, we could beat. Like, I thought he was talking to his team. It's kind of like yo, it's not really that hard. Like you hit him once because he looked like he was scared. Respectfully, he playing NFL. I wouldn't do that shit. But it was one pick where he just like flicked it and it went straight to Queen. I was like, well, that was like, I'm sitting mad. I'm like, what the fuck going on? Like, oh, he got too close to me. So my young nigga just threw it. That's how I felt. So sideline guy.
Mm-hmm.
My bad, Fonz. So that was Ravens Niners. Oh, and we took it, Michael. So we knocked out two. We got Ravens Niners knocked out. So he's MVP, I'm assuming.
Lamar's MVP.
Lamar's MVP. Who's second? Who's closest?
Purdy.
Who?
Purdy.
McCaffrey.
Purdy over McCaffrey.
I'm just fucking around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
CMC is there.
So who's third? We got is it race of two and race of three?
What was that saying? Not Tua.
Tua. I put Tua because the Cowboys lost the last two games.
Did they win without Tyreek starting?
I put Tyreek up there.
That's the question. That's the like if they haven't won without him starting, then it's Tyreek.
I put Tyreek here,
it's Tua.
Did they win 2 weeks ago?
Let me look it up. I don't know. Hold on. What's the team called? Miami Dolphins.
He didn't play in that game. He came back for the Cowboys game. I can't remember if they won or not.
Against who?
I don't remember who they played.
So they beat
because he got hurt in the Tennessee
they beat
game.
the Jets. It was the Jets. They don't really count.
They beat the Jets
without. But they beat the Titans on the 11th. I wonder that was the game. Let's see.
They beat the Titans.
They lost it. They lost it.
Yeah, they lost the Titans. That was the game he got hurt.
He got hurt that game. Oh, I guess it goes to him then. He went to tiebreak.
Tyreek.
Wait, what's the question?
Who's more important to Tyreek? And so I proposed to Olu. Did they win a game where he didn't start? They did, but it was against the Jets. So it was like, did you really? Respectfully.
Tua?
No,
or Tyreek?
Joe Flacco lighting up the Jets right now.
Wait, was it? Wait.
Jets got good defense.
They ain't got a good defense.
The Jets are checked out.
That's
it. They checked out. Oh, yeah.
The Jets are checked out.
So, yeah, they definitely checked out.
They ain't check out.
All right. Lamar and CMC, and then Tua and Tyreek can share for third place. We do it that way. Okay, that's the MVP race. Vaughn, you got Wilson, Cam Debo.
Wait, you said Wilson what?
Topics remaining that we didn't check off. Wilson or Cam and Debo?
Let's go to Wilson because, Cam and Debo is just a catfish on the telephone number. Where Debo
be talking too much shit.
Gave his number out too much. but the
moment.
Russ situation is far more.
Racist.
I mean, it's
That
just
was
a
that.
new
You got a
era we
turn.
in. Like Denver's gonna eat that dead
What?
money, and
I
that's
wouldn't
just gonna
say
be
it's
that.
racist.
So, you know,
I think that's kind of fucked up to say it's racist. I don't think it's racist. I don't think it's
no, that's
racist.
racist.
What do you think it is?
I think
What's Matthew
a
Stafford
lot
doing
of
these
it
days?
is rooted in
Is
his
it racist
play.
though?
I
He
don't
is
think
racist.
it's racist in the fact that Russ ain't been playing that good. I mean, he had a couple of good games, but he ain't really been good this season. And not doing what
So
his
here's
coach
why I
asked him
think
to
it's
do.
racist. Because look, we
Now the
can't act
business
like
aspect, I'll say that. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up, but
It's
it's
all connected.
business.
It's all.
I mean, it
Go ahead,
starts with the
Papa.
play on the field.
that. But
Oh,
here's
niggas in
why
the
it's
field.
racist. If it was somebody white, they would be using the
Niggas,
overall numbers to keep them in there as long as they wanted. Yo, we look at Russ's overall numbers. Sure, if you go game by game, play by play, sure, Russ hasn't played the best. All right, I give you that. But fam, if you look at his numbers compared to last year, what else did you want him to do? The defense ain't been top notch. The defense ain't been how it was last year, where like legitimately you could argue, hey, Russ, if you in the offense give us 21 points, we are fucking like 13-4. That ain't been the case this year. The defense gave up 70 points to the Dolphins. Russ ain't got shit to do with that. And for me, it's fucked up because this cap hit was here before you signed on, Sean Payton. Before the owners bought the team, this cap hit was here. So none of you can say we didn't know this was coming because all of you knew this was coming. Russ was already here before all of you came into play. So if this was your plan coming into the year, then that's your plan. But Russ was playing well, and then you go to him after his 3 touchdown game, and like, hey, we want you to sit down, guys. You have no one in your field to be like, hey, guys, hey. He didn't just throw 2 picks. He didn't struggle to move the ball. He had 3 touchdowns against the Chiefs. Maybe we shouldn't ask him this week. Maybe we should just hold off. Maybe just a week. Nah, we will go to him this way and tell him you gotta sit down. What? What?
Let me get this straight. Hold on one
When
more time.
Russ has been
They
told,
but
hey, Sean Payton
they
is the
didn't
guy
ask
that's
him
gonna
to
make
sit
you better.
down. They asked him to waive the injury clause on his contract, not sit down. They sent him down because he said he wouldn't waive it.
When have we ever been in favor of a player waiving the clause for them to get guaranteed money? Name the situation, any sport where we're like, hey, you should
I'm
waive
not
that
saying that.
clause so you
I'm that was a stupid clause in the first place. I don't know why they gave him that clause, but that's the reason that they're sitting him down because he don't want to change that clause, and he's probably gonna get traded or released or something because of that. But
Can I?
I
I
think
don't think that was done. I think even with the new team, the new ownership, and all of that, yeah, they had in their mind, hey, maybe we can get Russ to overlook and change his contract, and they just couldn't. And so they got to the point now, like, okay, we're not going to the playoffs. Why even risk him being out there and we have to pay him, and he's not playing to just be paying him? That doesn't make any sense. So let's just sit him down and pay him without him getting hurt and have to guarantee a whole bunch of money and do it like that. So business wise, it sounds like a good business deal. Plus, y'all don't think Sean Payton like him. So,
like that
but
at all.
that's just
You don't.
business, man. It is
Mr.
what it
Dynamite,
is.
I'm gonna let you
He
go
can't.
next if you don't mind. Go ahead, brother Dynamite.
No, I was just saying he can't run his offense. Of course, for me, it's all gonna come back to football. He can't run Sean Payton's offense. And like, get him out of here. I can't do nothing with him. So what the fuck? We have to figure out how we gonna get another quarterback next year that can do the shit that I need to do. Figure it out somehow, some way, and let's get there. And Russ playing hardball. I mean, I'm not mad at what Russ is doing. I ain't mad at what the Broncos doing either. At the end of the day, it's all business.
to the
Because
season.
that was something you said. You said they playing the game. I mean, this day livelihood. Obviously, we know that it's professionally, it's business at the end of the day, regardless. That's shit. That's like 60% of the pie for real. Like over just the actual playing of the game. So, you know, that's my take.
How did Russ leave Seattle?
They ain't want the nigga.
So what they do to him? So I go to another team. I know the game. I'm all right hip to the entertainment game. I'm learning more about the entertainment game. I know if I join this team, they can cut me or whatever, no matter how well I play. So I'm gonna put this crazy ass in a game where I know I can get injured. That look, you ain't gonna cut me because of me. So I'll put this clause in. It might sound funny to y'all. Not y'all on the phone, I'm talking about when you're talking to the people that you're dealing with. That, yeah, sure, injury clause, whatever, nigga. $37 million hook. I put a bet on myself. So it's time for me to cash out. Y'all saying now we ain't gonna pay you? That's some fucked up shit. But again, contracts only good as the people that's gonna adhere to them. So that's why I say change the value system.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. People gotta adhere to the contracts that they sign. So again, I'm not mad at Russ. I mean, Sean Payton's a dick in my book. And
And also, okay, go ahead.
the
Expound on
further
that a
we
little
get
bit.
away. You said what?
Let's expound on that a little bit, Sean Payton. Sean Payton being a
So the
dick.
further we get away from 2011, which if we go back and look, we can argue like that wasn't really him winning that. That was more so the spirit of the city. And if we want
The
to get
CIA.
real technical, that's
Oh, sorry.
motherfucking Peyton Manning throwing his home area a bone. If we want to argue that, that's Peyton Manning throwing his home area a bone, throwing them the pick six to win the game at the end. That's not Sean Payton. That's not Drew Brees. That's not none of that shit. But they get a lot of fucking leeway for them being like, we brought a fucking title back to New Orleans, yada yada yada. And Drew Brees, cool, you can't lift your fucking right arm above your fucking shoulder. So I get it. You've ran your football career all the way the fuck out. But Sean Payton, come on now. Hey bro, you out here talking like you a fucking genius. And y'all motherfuckers won one title in what, the 10 plus years you were down there? And we could argue that one title was Peyton Manning being like, I'm gonna throw my home area a bone. I'm down there from Louisiana. I'm down there from that shit. I already got my ring. Yeah, I'm gonna throw y'all motherfuckers a bone. Here you go. Here's a pick six in the game. And he eating a lot off of that.
I only got something to add. I ain't got kind
No,
of that.
I have no retort. I just wanted to know why he thought he was a dick.
So,
Fuck Sean Payton. I don't
So
care about him.
that was a CIA
that
operation.
was, you know,
And it kept the black man
but
down by getting Jim Carter to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Just my, you know what I'm saying? Sound like that.
yeah,
Oh, I
Jim
got you in the
Caldwell
back.
won that one, didn't he?
No, that's who he lost it. Caldwell was coaching Peyton.
That but I mean, that's Lovey one.
Hmm?
So Lovey won that one. Who
No.
was
Jim
coaching the
Caldwell.
Bears?
Wait, we talking about the Colts versus
I'm
the Saints,
talking
right?
about the Saints versus the Colts.
Yeah, that pick six.
Oh yeah.
Caldwell was the
Jim
Okay.
coach.
Caldwell. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right, Black.
Tony Dungy was the coach against the Bears.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
CIA operation.
so I don't know. I
That was
mean,
that was after Katrina, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that was the Katrina Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you for confirming. All right, that's off the board. Oh wait, where should you go?
Cool.
Olu. You
That's
shaking your
when
head? You ain't down for the
coming.
call?
Nah. First off, we
Now
say
that's
where he
racist.
should go. Where does Russ want to go? Because I don't think Russ wants to go anywhere where he has to be a backup. We have to prove. I don't think he's gonna do the Joe Flacco route. He won't do that.
Hmm.
I don't think so.
You shouldn't have to, right?
He got a choice.
Damn,
Yeah.
So the
Steve.
places he should go:
I mean, as far as being
Atlanta,
traded, he has no trade
Steve.
clause.
Atlanta, DC.
See, the thing is,
Portland.
it's going to have to be after the draft.
Gotta
Yeah,
be.
it's
know.
after the draft for
Yeah,
sure.
it's after the draft. Yeah,
But then even with that, those teams are going to go after a quarterback, and if they do, if they bring in Russ, and at some point they're gonna be like, okay, Russ, we're gonna go with the young guy because the
oh no,
team sucks and they're not winning.
Well, I don't
But
think
here's
they
the
draft
thing.
and then get him. I thought you meant the teams draft those who missed out on drafting the quarterback, then try to get him. That's where I was coming from perspective. Not the team that drafted the quarterback and going to sign him too. Just those that missed out on the draft.
I don't think it's Atlanta.
Also,
Atlanta's not in position to get a quarterback. Not
Denver's
one of the
about to
top
eat
three.
dead money. So Russ will literally be a free agent because Denver's going to eat that dead money.
Yeah, he's getting cut. Nobody's going to trade him for anything significant.
No.
But that's why I said
So
Atlanta,
that's what I'm
because once
saying.
he's cut, he can go anywhere.
But what team would he want to go to where he'll have a real chance at winning?
Eric
Right.
Bieniemy, coach of the Redskins.
Hmm?
Come on,
Atlanta
man,
has everything he needs.
I would say Atlanta. Atlanta makes the most sense now that you say it, because they have a running game, they have receivers.
They're not winning, bro. They're not ready to win though.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
what
think
that's
They're
what that's what you're
stupid
supposed to.
because they should have had Lamar Jackson in there already, but they're stupid. That's why they're not ready to win. And everybody's like, oh, Lamar Jackson wasn't even Baltimore. Baltimore was willing to take,
Wait a
if
minute.
someone put a poison pill contract in there, they were willing to fucking have to fight that. And no one did.
I don't
For
think
we could
anybody
talk
really wanted to
collusion.
give up that. I think Baltimore knew nobody was going to do that, so I don't think they
Yeah,
were ever
because of
really scared of
collusion.
missing.
But we can't sit here and talk about collusion. So we have to say, oh,
Because
no
they
one
knew
was going to do it.
that's they nigga.
Yeah.
Leave my nigga
First of
alone.
all, if the
Leave him alone.
GM of the Atlanta Falcons tried to tell any of us with a straight face that he thought Desmond Ritter and fucking Taylor Heineke with Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Cordell Patterson, Calvin Ridley, all those motherfuckers were going to be better with Desmond Ritter than Lamar Jackson, this is why the NFL gets over, because no one has the time to go and hold them to the collusion thing. But we then sit back and look at the Falcons and be like, hey, Arthur Smith should be fired. Why? Because he doesn't call the right plays. Why doesn't he call the right plays? Because he have all these players. You know what will make Arthur Job Smith a lot easier? Hey, you have Lamar Jackson, but no, we don't want Lamar Jackson. Yeah, that's why you should get fired. That's what the conversation should be, period. All you motherfuckers who was like, oh, we don't want to engage in conversations about why? Why would you not make one of the other 30 teams in your league who you're trying to compete against for a title be hamstrung? Either you're going to take Lamar Jackson back with this fucking absorbent contract, or he's going to come to us and we're going to pay him and we got the shit together. No, there's no logic behind it. It is for Atlanta, a black city with a black ass quarterback, with a black ass team that has already had a black ass infrastructure that's just waiting for another black ass quarterback to come in and do what they do. And as we've seen on TV for the past 2 weeks, Lamar just does what he does. There's literally no like, oh, he's back there. He's running a fucking, they're running a trips. They're doing ins and out. No, that nigga's like, you can't tackle me, you four motherfuckers. You can't tackle me. And when you four can't tackle me, the seven motherfuckers you got back there, they can't do shit with the five motherfuckers I got running. Period.
What did Eddie say on Superfly? Got this dream, getting out the game. To get that shit out your head right now. Too black. You just said too many blacks. Too strong and too proud. Like,
oh, no, that's why you said that.
No, that's my nigga. Y'all know that's my nigga. I'm not letting them go. Don't fuck this up for everybody. Like, hello? You see they got Dan Snyder up out of there. Like, Dan Snyder wasn't going nowhere till he was about to fuck up the way things are done. Like, let's be real here. Like, we know this is the case. Like, we keep trying to fight it. Like, unless we about to burn this motherfucker down. We gotta play the game by the rules, baby. And they make the rules as we go along. So it's like, come on.
Damn it, let me change my background. Hold on. Yeah. You gotta beat the system. Come on, Luke.
Wait. Change
so
it. How we gonna change the system?
How we gonna change the system?
By breaking that motherfucker until we ready to break it.
We could
I
break
mean,
it.
system got to be
we ain't just
broken,
gotta break it.
and of
We gotta
in all
smash it.
levels, in all ways. Like, and
But
so
it's so easy to do it
yeah,
though.
it's just not a sports thing. That shit is in every facet of our lives. The shit has got to be broken.
The easiest way
Whitey,
to break it is real simple. All you gotta do what
Because
we always do.
because
Walk
brother
out.
Steve got on the FSU story. We didn't even get to the motherfucking college football playoff and the
Let's go.
malarkey
We
they
there.
was pulling. Like,
We there right now. We there right now. Let's go.
but
At
Whitey's
Oh,
gonna
all?
I don't
know
want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk
At
about it.
all?
I
the
don't want to talk about
playoffs.
it.
Damn.
I mean, like,
Excuse me.
We really got you though, right? Don't we have to?
I mean, this is just fucked up. Like, I don't got shit to
So
say
wait.
except
So they could do that, but Michael can't talk his shit? I'm just saying. I'm saying things are just,
I mean, we talk
yeah.
about it. It's just,
I know.
the wound is still fresh.
Can you tell us how you
yeah.
feel right now? Can you get update on your feelings? We need an FSU update.
Well, I understand it from all perspectives. It's just, a lot of that stuff. You grow up and coaches tell you, you do everything right and follow the rules, that type of deal. It's just as an adult, that's really crap. And so you're getting a feel of it live and in color right in front of your face where, yes, Florida State won every game, did everything that they were supposed to do. They should have been in the playoffs. But due to uh, basically ESPN and Fox to a lesser extent wanted more ratings, wanted more teams that would probably bring better ratings in Alabama and Texas, decided that we're not going to put an undefeated Power Five conference winner into the 14 playoff, really for money's sake. So it's disappointing on a lot of levels, but for capitalism on the capitalist side, I understand. I understand how it works. It's all business, so it is what it is, man. Just disappointing. The team was really good, but once quarterback went down, I think everybody kind of knew it was coming. We just didn't want to believe it.
So here's my question, right? DC doesn't really have the 1A, 5A type of setups, right? But you live in Texas now. You're from Arkansas, so you're kind of more familiar with the 1A schools. If 5A being the highest, where did Florida State drop upon losing their QB? Did they go from a 5A to a 3A? Did they go from a 5A to a 1A type of school?
I don't even think they dropped. I just think the style of them playing wasn't. They became a defensive team, right? So
Okay.
nobody
Okay.
wants to see that. Like when they won the conference
Mm.
championship, it was 16-6. Like if it was 1992, they would be fine. But
Okay.
now we want to see points. We want to see things going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it, but
So
they got probably a first round draft pick on the defensive line. They got several draft picks and secondary on the defense. They got a couple of wide receivers that'll get drafted. So like it's a good team. Just not having the quarterback wasn't scoring any points, so nobody really wanted to see that, right? So yeah,
but
they were
across
going to
the board,
struggle
you
on
still think
offense
they're like
with
a
whoever.
if in the analogy, they're still a 5A team they didn't drop below. Okay. Okay. I
Yeah,
can
it's
see
just
that.
the style would have been different. Nobody wanted to see a defensive struggle out there. So yeah, but now
Mm,
I mean the the category of play wasn't that much different. It was just they're not going to score as many points. It's going to look ugly.
okay. All right. That was something I had on my mind. Like, did they drop a level or are they still at the same level with that? Okay. All right. Well, we in the CFP playoff. We got a couple days before we go out. Let's make our predictions. Who got winning the semifinals? Um, as a Michigan fan, I quite honestly wish Florida State would have made it because I don't feel confident about Michigan beating Alabama. Like it's one of those Michigan plays a very specific style of football. And if you are not ready for it, then it can pose a problem. But Alabama, they wear hard hats to practice. That's what they do. Like they are okay with like, oh, you want to run the ball? Oh, you just want us to hit? We want to hit. That's what you're telling us we get to do for 3 hours. We get to hit each other. We get to hit y'all. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like for Michigan and how they play and how they run it, they don't throw a lot of passes. They not slinging it all around the field. We just watched Alabama like beat the shit out of Georgia doing that. And so now I'm like, ooh. Like it wouldn't shock me if Michigan loses the first game of the college football playoff.
Mhm.
Like, I would be shocked because it just seems like a bad matchup for them. And worst of all, Michigan knows it's a bad matchup. Look at when the names was called and how Michigan was just kind of like, oh, okay, all right, cool, yeah. Because they know, like, shit. Damn, we gotta fucking hit these motherfuckers for 60 minutes. And after we hit them, they're not gonna coil. Their quarterback is not gonna coil and be like, you hit me. That quarterback is like, yeah, yeah, thanks. Now I'm ready. Now I'm ready. I tasted my blood, guys. Thanks. I'm ready to go. I've been benched early in the season, so you smacking me in my mouth on the second play of the game ain't gonna do shit. Whereas like Michigan played a bunch of teams where like you smack them in the mouth by the third play of the game, they're like, we're out. I want to
Mhm.
go. I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. Like I just was out here doing 7-on-7. So yeah, I don't want to say Alabama, but like it looks like and Jalen Monroe got the chip of like Bill O'Brien telling me he shouldn't play quarterback at Alabama, and it's like Alabama's just literally writing their Disney script right now.
I go Bama too, but I don't. This way the time off kind of gets me because they were just so hot. They were rolling. I don't think it's going to affect them too much, but it's going to affect them a little bit. But I still got Bama beating Michigan for all those reasons that you said. I hate that time off because I'll be
Yeah,
hate.
yeah. So they really only got beat them for a half. So that first half might be a little choppy. If it's just a half, they got to win. You think they got a better shot? Huh?
Mm-mm.
Well, I hope Jalen. I hope it's Jalen Monroe. What's his name? No, Mil. What's the quarterback's name?
Who, Milrow?
Milrow. Yeah, I just hope he
I'm
didn't.
again.
Yeah, that's on my only hesitation. I'm not mad he said it. I'm just kind of like,
But it wasn't a knock against him. It was a knock against Bill O'Brien.
yeah, I know. He's just still Alabama.
Yeah, I think
And,
I don't think Michigan's gonna be able to beat up Alabama. So it's gonna get to a point where they need to score and they just can't. And what they say, roll tide. They're gonna go on and I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but I think it's gonna get kind of distant at the end of it. Probably 2 or 3 scores. Maybe not 2 or 3 touchdowns, but 2 or 3 scores
what happens
at the
to
end.
what happens to Harbaugh?
He just signed a new
Nothing.
contract.
Yeah, he just signed an extension.
10 years, didn't wasn't
Yeah.
All
What?
depends on what happens with Belichick. If Belichick doesn't go to San Diego, Harbaugh's going to San Diego. He literally played there. He's going to San Diego. If Belichick doesn't scoop that job up, Harbaugh gets there.
Not because when he signed that contract, they had some clause in there that he couldn't do that,
he? I
or
saw that.
he wouldn't get his payout, buyout, whatever.
That was before that he's
So I
getting
don't
ready to
think he's
get
going to the pros.
sanctions. But he's about to get
No, they
sanctions.
do
I
that.
think.
No,
Mm,
like he just signed the extension. They just did it
Like a couple
recently.
of days ago.
Yeah,
What do you say, Lou?
I said it was like a couple of days ago that he
yeah, it's
signed.
recent.
okay, I got to check on that. But
Yeah, that might have been
the
like
chance.
Christmas Day or something that news came out the day after. Like I really just saw that. It was a clause. I didn't pay a lot of attention to it. I just paid attention to that 10 year, and that it was a clause.
They they did it before the early signing day, so they can make sure they keep all the little kids that they were recruiting.
Yeah, I
So
got you.
yeah,
Well, the date I got is November 11th.
yeah.
It was signed November 11th.
Yeah, they don't change nothing.
What's November 11th?
After that.
No,
No, they
that's
knew the sanctions. They already had the sanctions and everything. Yeah, that's
Sanctions came
coming.
back.
They know that's coming.
Sanctions came out a
They
week
know
later.
that they probably gonna have to forfeit a bowl or whatever. Maybe.
Belichick says he's staying with the Patriots. I definitely foresee Harbaugh going to the Chargers. That's the closest he got to get into the Super Bowl as a player, right? The fucking San Diego team that lost against the Colts. No, who was it against? The Hail Murray at the end of the game. Him and Natron Means. So I could easily see him going back to San Diego.
Jim Harbaugh.
He's had a lot of opportunities. He could have been to the Bears, Colts. He could have went to what was the other team?
I think he wants to stay in Michigan for real.
Yeah, I think he's gonna stay. But who knows?
I'm just saying, all them teams got only one of them teams got a quarterback. Only one of them teams had a quarterback when they wanted to sign him. The Bears ain't had a quarterback
But
ever.
Jim Harbaugh don't need a quarterback. He gonna run the ball. I.e., why Michigan's gonna get beat by, by Bama because he gonna run the ball
I don't see.
right
See,
to
that's
them
the
cornbread bros.
that's the fallacy that he fell into. Because when he did the best at Stanford, didn't he have Andrew Luck?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
but
was in
Andrew Luck wasn't
California
throwing
though.
the ball. He wasn't throwing it to nobody.
No,
Oh, you
no,
what?
no, 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 no. When he had the best teams at Stanford, Andrew Luck was his quarterback. No,
Yeah.
so it don't matter who Andrew Luck was throwing to. It's a lot easier to run that ball control offense when you decide to throw a pass. You got one of the fucking greatest passers coming out of college that we've ever seen. So, like, I as a watcher of Michigan football, yeah, we would love to have Andrew Luck back there running the offense that he has, but JJ McCarthy don't run this shit like Andrew Luck run it. And eventually he's gonna have to be like, I probably should get a great QB to do this. And the easiest way to do that is to go to the league to get that to make that happen. And San Diego has what? Justin Herbert, who, by all accounts, Brandon Staley is fucking mismanaged and fucked over as a QB.
I got a question.
That's what it was. It's a no NFL clause in that contract.
Hmm.
Anyway, my bad.
Hey, what contract? The one with Harbaugh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michigan.
Is it a no? No, you won't get this money, or no, you can't leave at all? Like he can leave though. He's gonna get the money, right?
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah.
So that's my question. What if they know they got sanctions coming, so he got to go? They reset your market value at this certain price. Well, you can't leave NFL and get the money because it wasn't about that. It's just to set your price. So when you do go to NFL, they got to meet what we was going to pay you at Michigan. Just asking. These all white people.
Yeah.
And
These
they had no
owners are
intention of
dumb
paying
as
them.
rocks. So
He just
if his agent goes to be like, you get Harbaugh at this price, he'll be like, cool, we'll take it. Yeah. It seems simple enough.
What kind of sanctions are they facing?
especially if you get
So
smacked by Alabama. Like
He
I don't
can't
see how you
sign.
go back if you get smacked by Alabama. Like why you going back? Like the bully ain't leaving. Like big boy, like boss man ain't leaving. Like boss man just made this last season happen. You might as well skate. Might as well. You're a solid college coach. Did a good job, but Nick Saban is just either Nadal or Federer right now, and I'm not sure who you are or Djokovic rather. But you know what I'm saying? Might as well just
no, you're right.
get them charger checks.
Um,
But
but
who knows?
We'll see. We'll see. The NBA season kind of officially started. You just had wait,
Who's
what
that,
happened?
Lou?
Of a semifinal game.
Oh, what's that?
After
Uh,
my team was playing.
Georgia,
Not Texas,
Georgia, and
not Georgia, Texas, and Washington.
Texas.
Oh, I mean, I think it should be
I
Alabama
hope
and
Penix comes
Washington
in.
in the title game.
Yeah. I just want to talk about Washington.
Oh yeah. I hope
Yeah.
it's. I
Oh
hope
no,
it's.
they about to do some things. Um,
I
yeah,
think I'm with Washington, like all the way. Like I like Washington a lot, a
I
lot.
can see that.
I hope so. I mean, I.
If the running
Oh
back
damn.
thing
Never
right
mind.
now, especially if his ankle, if it at least like 75-80%, if he better than he was in that Oregon game, and he was killing in that Oregon game. Was it Oregon? It was the Oregon
Mhm.
game
Yeah.
and the state game too. But yeah, if he's healthy, him and Penix. And what's the receiver? Ozune?
Oh, yeah.
He's a monster.
Something from the hometown.
I like
He's a
Washington. I
monster.
like Washington win the championship for real.
Mhm.
Steve.
I like Texas. The reason they
He
put
said,
Texas in there
"See you sitting with the
because
drawing on."
they want Texas to be back.
He throwing up
But no,
his
I
long.
think I think that the front seven for their defense a little tougher than what Washington's faced
What they used to, yeah.
so far this season. That might make a little difference. Penix get back there, get a little nervous. So
I
I
can
think it's gonna
see
Right.
be
it.
Texas and Bama again for no damn reason other than whatever.
If it's
Understood.
Texas
Understood.
and
Thank you.
Bama, then Bama's gonna win. Saban don't let you fucking beat him twice. He's gonna throw some shit at you, and I don't see Texas being flexible enough to do it, to deal with it.
My whole thing with that is Milrow is the deal. So if he's not playing well, it's not gonna matter. If he plays well, then they could beat him.
It's not
But
gonna matter.
the reason they lost is because he was stinking it up. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yes, we shall. Um, the NBA has been a little bit spicy to start the season. I love the in-season tournament. It got us invested in the season before it actually got started. But Christmas is here, and people start to take shape. For me, the West is just a clusterfuck. I don't know who the fuck's coming out of that. I just don't know. And for the East, it's literally the same three teams we've known for the past 3 to 5 years. Philly, Boston, Milwaukee. That's it. That's all in the East. And in the West, I want to say Denver's holding it down, but it's like, OKC and Minnesota are like right there. Like, and Minnesota's a team that Denver said, hey, they gave us the most fight. But it's like, you said that, and then you lost Bruce Brown, while Minnesota got another year of their players playing together. Like, I don't know, but the old adage of you can't just go from doing shit in the playoffs to winning a title would seemingly eliminate OKC and Minnesota. So it's gonna be fun to watch as we come down through the rest of the end of the season.
A lot going on out west. A lot going on out west. It's just yeah. I guess it's my yearly tradition to a team that I don't think anybody wants to see in the playoffs. Them them flippers, as you like to call them. But if, and I mean, as of lately, with Kawhi being out these last couple of games, of course, his health, but them jokers are scary. I I think the Suns I think the Suns are still figuring out. And they're really waiting for Brad because that's just how they set it up. If he can get, I mean, that last injury, that was such a fluke thing. That's a team that I don't think anybody wants to see. But Minnesota's scary because they're playing like how we thought they would play last year.
Hmm.
And it's like I think they're real. But then we can't forget about Sacramento either. Because I think Sacramento's a good team. OKC is young enough and brash enough to where it's like, I mean, I think they've bided their time, actually. I think they're ready.
Hmm.
The Warriors are going to always be a factor just because if they get in a series that's favorable to them, like they ain't like how they beat Sacramento last year, but then the Lakers were just too big for them. Um, who else is out west? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Memphis, if like
I gotta see. I gotta see more of it.
I just they're just a completely
Get it.
different team. Job just gives them a whole different dynamic, and it's like
I get it.
that
Gotta
shit.
see
Like
more of it.
we got to see more of it. But in these 4 games since he's been back, just how different they look. Like everybody's playing better. Like because he's just such a catalyst for them, and it's just like
Yeah.
you get your player back, and it's like that just adds extra step to everybody on the team. Just like fuck, I got what I'm saying. I guys here, like so. I think
Right.
Houston.
Let's make it happen. Yeah, I get you.
I think Houston can kind of sneak into the play in and at least make some teams work for what they have to do. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I mean, Denver's Denver. I
The
want to see.
Kings.
Didn't nobody.
Now I say the
Denver's
Kings,
the You said the Kings.
but
You said the Timberwolves. We talked about the
how
Lakers. We talked about the Warriors.
how Aaron Gordon bounces back, or how this affects them. I want to see how they play without
It's
Aaron
just a
Gordon,
weird fucking story.
and it's still
Cause
all of
like was his dogs like I don't
yeah, all of that
what
still come out yet.
like fuck was that a Christmas get like it's just so much craziness about that story in particular.
The
So
Pelicans, if they could get it together, I mean, I think the Pelicans are a good team, honestly.
Zion
And they
needs to get his shit together. Period. That's just it. That's all.
own like everybody get down on Zion, but he's played well this year. He
But
had
they
that
can't
bad.
reach their full potential with him getting gassed in the second quarter of a fucking the second game of a back to back, and not even saying a back to back and saying you playing Friday, then you playing Saturday. No, you play Friday, then you play Sunday, or you play Thursday and you play Saturday. Hey man, you got to get that, bro. LeBron at 39 can't look like he has more energy than you. That just can't happen. Period.
Everybody
And you're
just
the face of the franchise.
he had really like one bad game. That game against the Lakers, he didn't show up. Fair enough, but he's been playing his ass off this season.
Right. It's not that he hasn't been playing. It's that when you decided to not show up in that game, what that meant. After the summer you came off where literally we didn't talk about it because we chose not to talk about that shit.
I think
But we broached the topic of like, hey, should we talk about this motherfucker and this shit he got going on this summer? And we made the decision like, yeah, we gonna stay away from it because none of us know this motherfucker well enough to be talking about that shit. So
that
you
shit.
add that to the you not showing up for the big games because you got it. Hey man, yeah. Hey bro, you the face of you the Pelicans.
That shit get old, bro. Yeah,
It's a different spectrum of the same shit with Ja. Hey bro, you the face of the franchise. You can't be running around here IG live with guns. Hey bro, you the face of the franchise. Hey man, no one's gonna tell you who to date and love, but keep that shit in your backyard, not
I don't even think
on the
that's
internet.
but ain't nobody talk. That ain't nothing to talk about. Nobody's talking about Anthony Edwards shit even. It's like that's like
Oh, you know why no one's talking about Anthony Edwards shit? Because Anthony Edwards was fucking balling. Anthony Edwards took the leap that everybody said he should take. Or else, guess what? We would absolutely be talking about Anthony Edwards playing we would be talking about it. We're not talking about it because he took the leap, and we're like, that's just par for the course for a superstar.
Everybody wants Zion to be something.
I mean, here's what I'll say. I saw something on Twitter today that was like, yo, Zion's just a country Bama. Like, he's from the middle of South Carolina. That's just what it is. Like, nah, I don't. And when you look at it
That's
like,
racist.
all right, maybe that's just what he is. He's just
That's racist.
country Bama who got a bunch of money and want to be a city slicker. It's like, nah, you're just a country Bama guy. This is what it is.
Man, I don't want to hop on. I'm just. Then there's one more thing. I'll just say that I was forgetting. Dallas. I think Dallas. If Dallas can get a third scorer, they could give people problems too. It's gonna be tough for them to do it, but I mean they've been kind of up and down since Kyrie's been out. But people forget that Kyrie's been out. Like they're not gonna stop anybody, but they're gonna put up some buckets. So it's like Kyrie gotta get back and get healthy. But like that's pretty much every team in the West except for like San Antonio and who else and somebody that don't even really fucking matter.
Houston.
Well, I said something about Houston. I think Houston can get in the play in. They can make some people sweat in the play in. Oh, and Portland. Portland's not. They're playing better as of late, but they still a couple years away. They still got Steve Mann in the middle. Pause. the dominating. But in the East, and I think Boston is head and shoulders above everybody. Like I said this when they got Porzingis, it was like he just gives them a completely different look. Like in the games where they're just not all shooting threes. They can actually throw the ball down into somebody and he can get a bucket. And defensively, like I seen it last year. Last year was like the first time I really looked at him when he played for the Wizards. Like, no, this nigga is really good, especially when he's healthy. Like, he's like, you see why he was like the unicorn in New York. Like, he is really good. He stays on the floor. And like their team is just complete. Like, and Derek White, if Derek White could keep playing like this, like I seen something they say, like he's not a superstar or star by any stretch of the imagination, but he's really good. He's a superstar in his role. Like if he could keep giving you 16 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds a game, like I think Boston is just that good. I don't like Milwaukee at all. I mean, they're good, but I just don't like Milwaukee. I'm just not a fan of the team, so. But they're good.
What's wrong with them?
I don't know. I just don't like them. I'm not the biggest Giannis fan. And I think Dre had played a role in that. He was just hyping up too much. I was like, because if KD have a side baller, I mean, it knocks them down a peg or two. It just knocked and then they beat up on the Suns, and the Suns were trash. I mean, just the Suns weren't gonna beat them. So I'm just not. I haven't been that high on them since they kind of got on the scene as a good team. Philly's scared. Philly's like because Embiid, he's playing. He's on a mission this year, like even more so than last year. If he could stay healthy, if he was healthy last year, they might would have beat Boston. So, and Maxey's the deal, like for real. Like and he plays angry. That's what I like about him. Like he's like when he's out there, he's like mad. Like he wants to like rip your heart out your chest and just like stomp on the shit. So I really like I like Philly. The Wizards are trash.
Super trash. Super duper trash.
I just think who didn't really understand what it's like to be the man. He does.
Nope.
He's too up and down. Like 2 games ago, he went for 30. His best game as a Wizard. Then last night he went 5 for 25. He's not like a number one. He's really like not a number 2 either. I think not to make it about the Wizards, but I think Kuzma's good. I think I've liked Kuzma since he came to the league. I think he's like the real deal. he needs to get on a contender. He'll win another championship, I think. Like, I like Koulibaly. I think that was a good pick. I thought it was a good pick that night. And like, he's like a top 10 rookie, like, in all the stats. But Orlando, they kind of swooned a little bit, but they the best defensive team in the league. Or I think they are top 3. And they all play mad. Like all them young they play with a chip on their shoulder. And I think it's Cole Anthony got him playing like that. I think he's completely changed Jalen Suggs. This is not Jalen Suggs that we've seen in Gonzaga. Jalen Suggs is different this year. He's playing. He plays with a big chip on the shoulder, and I like it. Miami's gonna always be Miami. They're always gonna hang around and give somebody some problems. The Knicks can't get a good read on them. Like some games, like when they beat Milwaukee on Christmas, like they really look good, but 2 days before that, Milwaukee blew them off the floor. So it's like, what do y'all really want to be in New York? Then everybody else is kind of just ho-hum. Toronto, Brooklyn, Atlanta. The Bulls need to blow it. They need to
blow it up.
Let them
Drop
guys
the bomb.
just.
That shit up.
Lakers fans just want to give up peanuts and get like a superstar. And it's like, no.
It's not how this works, guys. It's not how this works.
I seen a trade like Levine for D'Angelo Russell, a first round pick. That's like 10 years down the line, and like somebody else, like, what? Like, stop. We're not giving up Austin. If you're going to make a trade for any of these players, Austin Reed has to be in the package. Like, y'all have nothing else to give up. So it's just. Oh, one thing I do, and I do want to say something about the Lakers. The LeBron effect is real, and Cam Reddish is an example of that. Because everybody has given up on Cam Reddish. It's like he gets to with somebody that believes in him. And if it's LeBron James, it's like, yeah. So, I mean, he's had a couple of bad games recently, but we've just seen, we can see the potential that he has if he gets like the burn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie. I just been I started watching because after Christmas, actually when basketball season really starts. So I hadn't been too focused on it. I was a little disappointed in LeBron. Kind of let me down on Christmas Day, but I've really been shocked about the Rockets. I saw them a couple of times, and I started looking at it. I was like, are they really running the offense through Dylan Brooks? What the hell is going on? And they winning. So I don't know. I guess it is kind of working, but it's early. I'm ready for Boston to go ahead and make that turn, so they can go ahead and make a finals and win it. I don't know who's coming out the West though. I want to see the Clippers. I want to see them come out the West, but I don't know. It's still a weird mix up over there, man. It still looks awkward. And then Golden State. When is Draymond coming back? Did they say when he's coming back?
6 to 8 games. I saw over the weekend. Still about that's still Christmas. 6 to 8 games still.
I know he's still meeting with the psychiatrist and the NBA's checking in with him. So yeah, I guess they're getting everybody else lined up, so they make that final little run. But I'm thinking it's getting towards the end for Golden State though.
Definitely.
Just too much going on. Klay Thompson, like he suddenly became 40 years old. So
he's been starting to come on though.
Yeah. Like I said,
need to see more.
Season don't really start until after Christmas.
Dale Davis' son. That was something I wanted to. I forgot about. Dale Davis' son is good, like really good. I want to see how that works when Draymond comes back. Yeah. Kaminga's been playing well too.
Yeah, they've been playing.
Yeah, so
stepped up. But I really like the Magic though. I like the Magic. Not this year, but like the Kings and the Magic, a year or so, I think they'd be all right.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all I have for tonight, fellas. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still on vacation mode, so I am reaching the end of my energy quit for this, guys. So I feel like we've talked about everything. Got both sets of football, college football playoff. We talked about the NFL. We talked about the NBA.
Otani's son.
Who?
We didn't touch on Otani.
Baseball.
Otani's son and the Dodgers.
That man's on that Bobby Bonilla, and people are hating, and I'm like, why? What are you hating on?
Fans of parody don't like it. People want parody.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's too much deferred money, yada yada. I'm like, what?
It allows them to stack the team.
Yeah, I'm with you. How old are these people? Are they above 55?
Yeah, they're older than us.
Oh,
our age and older.
I gotta be older because
yeah, shit is whack.
Yeah, right.
That shit is whack. But hey,
I ain't tripping.
They liked it when there wasn't no Negroes playing too.
They still got to play the games. That's the thing about baseball. Like you can stack the teams and you still get out there and somebody get hot and
and they signed the top pitcher out of Japan.
Yamamoto. Was it Yamamoto?
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
And they probably gonna bring back Clayton Kershaw. And they got another pitcher this year, off season too, a good pitcher. I can't remember his name, but yeah, they're loaded. I mean, they're like super loaded.
Yeah.
Location.
But they gotta play the game, so we go see. So but thank you, gentlemen, for wrapping up 2023. It was a bumpy end to the year for us, but we got one out, so I suspect that we will be good to go coming in 2024. Thank you for everyone listening. We appreciate y'all coming through, and we will be back in a week looking at the college football semifinals results and see who's going to be playing for the college football championship and if the NFL playoff picture is a little bit clearer. So until then, until next time, peace.
Peace.